Hello guys, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Today we are going to discuss about the Microsoft Excel basic function and formulas. And as you know that Microsoft Excel has been used for a lot of purposes. Millions of people around the world using it for their daily works. Basically, it can be used to enter data and perform financial, mathematical, or statistical calculations, even for inventory purpose also. So before I start, just I hope that everyone subscribe and like and share this video. Okay, first, Excel, as you can see, it contains a lot of columns and rows. So rows started with ones, 1, 2, 3, and alphabetic for columns. This designed like this just to make it easy to call or to refer a cell, which is called cell. Here it's called a cell. So this cell location is B2. So if I'm going to call it from here, so I will say, okay, equal B2. So automatically Excel will identify that it is located here. All right. There is an important option in Excel which is autocomplete, and this feature is very helpful. So let's assume about numbers. If I type 1, 2, just imagine that I need to type 30 or 40. It's gonna take a lot of time. But if you select the first two cells and put the mouse here in the corner where the dot is, so you can see the mouse icon turn to plus and drag it. So you can see it will auto-fill the numbers. So this is one of the easiest way to fill the numbers. There is another option. If I'm just deleting it, I'm selecting this first two cells, and by right-click on the mouse and drag till the place that you wish, let's say till A15. So an option menu here, it will come. If you select on series, so step value by default it will be 1. If you select for numbers, for alphabetics, even for months, I'm going to show you these examples. So if I change it, let's say by 2, so if it's starting from 1, so it will jump with 2 or step the value by 2, so the next cell will be 3. So if I say OK, you can see that 1, 3, 5, 7, it's odd number. The same you can apply for even numbers also. All right, if we go with, let's assume day, if I'm going to start here Friday, so if I select from the corner here, you can notice that as much as you drag down, you can see all the days appear in same sequence, same order. The same for months. For months, actually, it will work with the short key. Let's assume February. So it will apply the short form of the month's name. Right. For the dates also, let's assume I put 2 February 2021. The same if I drag down, it will give me a lot. Even if I continue till, let's assume that I put it 20, all right, and drag again, so it will jump to the next month. So you can see it will continue till March. In general also, let's assume that you have kind of serial numbers or product numbers. Let's say GE1221 and then GE1222. So by default, if you need the same order of the numbers here, it will reflect also, as you can see. So this is very nice option in Excel, autocomplete. Now let's start about formatting the cells. Basically, you can see the dates here. It's month, day, and year. So if I need to change it like day, month, year, just right click on the cell, or even right click on the selected cells and go to format cells. On the date, you can specify, there is many built-in options. If I want to take it like this, so 20 February, or if I need it in this way, I say okay, it will reflect in this way, which I like it. So formatting, even it can apply for currencies. So if I have, let's say, $200, I have $2,300. I just select the values, right click, format cells, and there is an option here called currency. You can specify the decimal places. You can select the currencies here. Dollar is there. I can say OK. So this is general options in Excel, which can be used just to format your data. Now let's jump on basic formulas in Excel. Now, if you have values, let's assume that you have value 2 and have value 3. So if I need to get the sum of these two, simply I can say equal. By the way, an important point that all the formulas functions start with equal always. So I can say 2 plus 3, enter. It will give me the result here, even if I'm not typing the value here. This is manual, so when I click on it, it will show you here that it is 2 plus 3. So what if I have the values here and I need to write a formula? Better than typing it manually. So there is an option that can call sum. So it adds all the number in the same range. So I can select C2 and I can drag till D2. Enter. The same, I can select many cells. So I can say here equal sum tab, and I will say C2 till E2. I'll give me the total here. And once you double click on it, it will mark the location of the values assigned. It's not only mandatory that you use it in the same row. So I can have some numbers. Let's say I have 11 here. So I can say also plus C4. Oh, well, C5. So you can see it's reflecting. So to take the sum of all, either you select cell by cell or you select the range. So this is for the sum. Subtraction, basically you can do the same way. So if I have 2 and 2, so equal C3 minus D3, give me 0. Multiplication, actually here it's very simple. So if I have 2 and 3, so it's equal to multiply, which is a star on your keyboard, 3, 6. Or you can replace these things by assigning the location of the cell, multiply D4. Division is the same. So when I have 20 and I have 2, it's equal C5 divide by D5, which is 10. The average will be the total of selected numbers divided by its count. So if I say equal average tab, and I will select by mouse the location of the values here and enter. So the average is 2.5 for these values. Now let's assume I will add a value here, another value here. So there is another function called minimum. So it will get the minimum number. So if I say equal minimum, it will return the smallest number of the range, either here, or if I select all of these data, enter. So it will return 0, and that's correct. If I change 0 here to 3, so it will give me 2. Even 2 is repeated. Maximum number, it's the similar way. It will give me the largest number. Let's assume between these numbers here, which is 20. The sum we discussed already. The average also we have discussed. The count. So count is a function that to count how many values I have here. So I would say equal count tab, and I will select the area where I will need to get the number of values listed there, enter, which is 7. So I have 7 records here. This is basic functions or formulas that can be used in Excel when you have calculations or statistical data. Now there is another functions that can help in some cases, especially when you are auditing some data, or you are getting some data from a huge list. So for example, if you need to turn some words in uppercase, so if I have let's say Adam here, so if I need to turn this one to uppercase, so I'm just simply mention upper, so it will convert this cell to a capital letters. The same for lower, which is equal lower, and I will select this one, it will turn to smaller one. The length, it will return how many characters in the word. So let's assume Adam, it has 4. So if I say equal len tab, I will select the name here. So it's 4 characters. There is an option also to add the current date and time, which is equal now. It will return the current date and time. You can just close the brackets as it is. I need to expand this one. By double click you can expand, or manually you can reduce. Alright, so as you can see, it prints for me the current date and time. Today function, so it will return today's date only. And by the way, you can change the format of date and time, how it is showing. For example, here, if you need more details, or if even you need additional format, so you just right click, format cell, and under custom, here you can specify, let's say I need day for day to be 2 digits, like 06, and month I need it to be like 3 amps, which will reflect for me the shortcut of the month word. Yeah, it will be something like this. So still you have freedom to format and select the format that you like and match your data. Now we will come to a function which is if function. So this if function, it will have a logical condition and 2 options, either false or true, or bad or good. So let's assume that here, so if I have 4, I will select that's okay. If it's empty, I will mention that it's bad. So I will say equal if tab. Then the logical test is this cell location C14 equal 4. If C14 equal to 4, then I will mention it is good, or by default there is an option called true. Alright, else I will say false, and we can close the bracket and enter. So it's true, 4 is there. So if I type 3, let's say, it will return false. If I return to 4, return 2. Of course, you can mention anything. So if you double click on the formula, if you don't like true or false, you can select your own words. So just simply open brackets and just say I like, otherwise not good, right? Yeah, very easy, and you have the freedom to custom the formulas in the way you like it. This is today we discussed all these basic functions, basic options in Excel. Of course, by a lot of practice, it will be like a piece of cake. It's very simple. Just by practicing, you will improve yourself to use even other functions, and you can go in advanced level. Thank you for watching, and see you next video.